Today I made my friends read an AI-generated Dream SMP fanfic, and oh my goodness, was it hilarious. None of my friends got to read the script beforehand, and only I and the AI knew what we were getting into. You have to check this out. Also, thank you to all my friends who joined in on the madness, and links to all of their socials will be in the description below. Alright, enjoy! Why don't we go down in order of who is playing what role and introduce ourselves? Starting with number 1, Dream.
Hi, I'm Sunny, and I'm Dream. I'm gonna go crazy and stupid in this stream, so get ready.
Next, we have George Not Found.
It's Beat, obviously. The store's not found.
Alright, next we have Tommy Innit being played by...
It's being played by Ems, and I go by they don't pronounce it.
Next up on the chopping block, we have Wilbur being played by...
Hello. This is going to be an eventful evening.
That is my good friend, Kermit.
Corvid here.
And next up, we have Tubbo. Tubbo will be played by me, and if Cooper comes, Cooper will be playing Tubbo. Next, we have Ranboo being played by...
Hi.
I see the beloved.
And next, we have Technoblade being played by...
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm playing Technoblade.
Filza being played by...
Me is colored. I have trained my dad energy the whole week long.
Yay.
I'm wearing a very bad clothes at the moment, so...
And we have an AI Dream SMP OC that for some reason the AI made, being played by...
Hi, it's me, Jen. I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Stage direction is going to be me. Then we have Quackity being played by...
Me. Oh, they pronouns.
Last but not least, we have Slimesicle Charlie, who only has one scene, but we love dearly, being also played by...
By Jenny again!
Yay! Are you ready? Are you ready?
No.
Yes.
Never.
Oh god.
So we start in the exterior, the Holy Lands, at night. We fade into view on a path dimly lit by the torches that align it. In the distance, we see a shadowy figure, covered from head to toe in armor, come towards the camera. It is revealed to be Dream, who has recently broken out of prison. Dream walks closer to the camera. He looks troubled and tired. He seems more or less on a journey to the pyramids. He walks up to a pole and pulls out a small gold key from his pocket.
After all that time in prison, I can't believe this key was still right where I left it. They didn't find it, and now I can finally go get what I locked away. I suppose I have to make an example of myself, that I deserve to be locked away for something I committed. I always knew about the law. This was what was supposed to happen to me. It's all written down in the Bible, is it not?
Dream walks further and further down the path until he is ultimately off of Prime Path and into a land we do not recognize. A great light is on his left. He approaches it and we see it is the reflection from the light in the crystal ball above it. Dream reaches into his pocket and removes the key.
I never seen a clearer view of paradise than now. The light is there for a reason. A clear answer to the evil that may be haunting my soul.
Title card. Perfect path, isn't it? Exterior. Snowchester in the morning. We see Tubbo and Ranboo outside their unfinished mansion. Of course, this is moments before the film began. We think they are inspecting the foundation.
Freezing temperatures are bad for my arthritis. Maybe we could move somewhere with a little more sun. I mean, you can't even plant a grass lawn here.
Tubbo sighs and shakes his head at the sound of Ranboo's voice. Ranboo takes a cigarette out and looks at Tubbo, who is pursuing the grounds with interest.
We aren't going to move anywhere, Ranboo. Snowpiercer is our home now, and it's where we are going to stay.
Suddenly, the sky opens up above them, and a great, bright light illuminates the land. They aren't sure what this is, or where it is coming from.
What in the blizzard is that? Do you feel that?
Ranboo looks at Tubbo.
What?
Tubbo turns to Ranboo, and his eyebrows furrow. He is freaked out at the sight of the white light that covers the sky. They stand stock still as the light descends from the sky, and we pull back to reveal that they are surrounded by a white, bright light. The light moves over the land slowly. Cut to Technoblade Snow Village. Technoblade is seen walking towards Filza outside of his snow cabin, who is standing in the snow. The snow that coats the ground around them is sparkling and beautiful. Filza stands out like a bright twinkling star in a vast and brilliant body of white snow. There isn't a single spot of color in the land. We dissolve from one shot of Filza to another. Each shot is more impressive than the last. Filza truly is a magnificent being. Technoblade approaches Filza and stops the montage. Filza is startled and curious to see Technoblade. I don't know why the AI decided that it was going to be super into Filza, but it is.
It's great.
I mean, could you blame it? Filza's a fucking cool person.
This is very true.
He's the creator of Minecraft, after all.
Beacon of light.
I is a crow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, this fiction was written by Brian.
Technoblade, do you see that light? Where did it come from? And what can it do?
Technoblade looks up at the sky, taking in Filza's request. He looks down at Phila, thinking hard to himself. It also just starts, like, editing and mistyping names. Anyway, sorry, Technoblade.
Well, I suppose we could find out. I'm not doing anything. It's been a boring week. I wasn't gonna bother you, but you looked so good standing out here I had to see for myself. I have a theory that the sky is doorways to the inside world. I'm not sure if that makes me a quack, but it's interesting.
Technoblade and Filza grab their horses and head out to find the source of the mysterious bright light. Filza rides around the snowy patches of land until he catches up to Technoblade. He looks around excitedly and pulls his horse close to him. Technoblade frowns, and then smiles at Filza with a, "You really are awesome," and "You must be a famous person" smirk on his face. Filza turns to Technoblade and smiles slyly while he does a backflip on his horse.
He's so talented. Filza, did you just do that? I thought that was very cool.
Wow, that was pretty cool. Your knowledge of the sky is quite impressive. Do you know the answer to your question? What can it do? I ask because my theory says that there is the doorway and it can close it to protect the world.
Phil, that is literally my theory. I just shared that with you before we had that horse montage. Are you trying to jack my theory?
No, I am telling you my theory.
Well, okay, Mr. Smart Theory Guy who definitely comes up with his own theories. Where are we headed to? Can you answer that?
Filza, who cannot answer that.
I just know. I want to find more about the light. It looks like it's coming from the past, the greater SMP. You will see things there you cannot imagine, so I'm going to camp here for the night at least. Sleep so I can be ready to head out and try to get the SMP tomorrow morning, at which I will surely die.
Wait, Filza, why are you saying you were going to die?
Hey, premonition?
Oh damn, you got foreshadowing.
Love foreshadowing.
Some foreshadowing, I see. We are now in the interior of the Quack Hotel in Las Nevadas in the day. Two young men wander around and talk in great urgency, having difficulty keeping up with the conflicting information around them. The two young men are revealed to be Quackity and Charlie. Charlie is rolling around on the ground in an ovular shape, while Quackity paces the room. Suddenly, Charlie's hand rises and flails around in an irregular fashion. The middle section of the hand slowly reveals itself to be a human hand. Quackity stops rolling around and takes a few steps back.
Charlie, this is serious. Dream breaks out of prison one day, and now we have this weird light which is illuminating the sky.
Quackity grabs Charlie by the shoulders and shakes him. Charlie can't take his eyes off the sinister, nightmarish group of men in the doorway behind Quackity, before he finally ends up stumbling and falling to the ground. There is a group of men in very fashionable suits, and one man in front of them that is clearly the main character in an anime. The man puts on a singular glove and takes one step forward.
Dad? Is that you? Wait, does Quackity even have a father?
He does in this!
Now he does.
He does in this! And Gregory's gonna be the name of the OC.
Oh, okay, I was about to ask that. Okay. Gotta put my dad voice on.
It's dad time.
Yes, Quackity. It is me, your father. Have you been naughty, or have you been nice?
Oh my god.
Apparently Quackity's dad is Santa, who was named Gregory, actually!
sounds about right. That's great. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Gregory cuts him off with a punch to the midsection. Quackity really seems to like him. Both men look at each other with a look of surprise. A giant bear stands beside Gregory and lets out a shark roar.
Enough fooling around. I am merely here on business. This slight quack quack. This is what I have done. Oh, I can barely read this.
That's okay, I'll scroll up a little bit.
I have come here about. It's very dangerous. I'm afraid someone is attempting to release a great evil onto this world. Called the Golden Bitch. And this is step 1 of the 5 steps on. I'm going to. Every single accent. On the wiki how to release the evil. Step 2 is to destroy all of his friends, and then step 3 will be to destroy all Gregory's. Step 3 will send this destruction to the world.
Destroy all Gregory's?
I am a multi-dimensional Gregory, which explains the action thing.
Exactly. There's just, yeah.
All Gregories exist in this universe to keep the evil at bay. Once all Gregories are destroyed, the chains will be broken, and he will be few.
Who is he? What's his problem? Is he crazy?
All questions will be answered. Meet me in the desert.
Gregory hands Quackity a map that displays an X in the middle. It's a 9-way trail into the Great Desert in central California. Gregory leaves this in his hand, and Quackity, with a happy smile, gives it a look of congratulations and a curious look on his face. Gregory leaves in a puff of smoke.
Charlie, I need you to stay here. If anything happens to me, I leave Las Nevadas to you. I guess it's goodbye then. Goodbye, Charlie.
Also, I would like to point out that it's misspelled and put Las Nevadas. Absolute treasure, you AI.
Yeah, Las Nevadas.
Las Nevadas. Dadas.
It did that because Quackity has a
Exactly.
I like that it wrote in fucking Freddy Fazbear and Gregory into
That's what I was thinking! I'm like, Gregory has a pet bear? Gregory.
Gregory.
I don't have shoelaces. Material girl.
Quackity swiftly leaves the room. Charlie has a look of total terror on his face as he looks up at the 5 light patterns being projected from the ground all around the hotel. There's something very menacing about these light patterns. Charlie staggers up to a wall near the open doorway as he talks to himself.
Shiny.
Just shiny. We're now in the exterior of the British Caesar Highway at night. We fade into a highway that has only British people on horses on it. We see 3 people on horses, revealed to be Tommy Innit, George, who isn't found, and Wilbur. Tommy rides beside Wilbur, while George lags behind on his horse. Both of them have backpacks on them. We see the moon in the sky, revealing that the highway is heading towards it.
The Great British Caesar Highway, innit? What a great day to be British. I mean, the Great Caesar Highway, of course. I'm going to have an awful lot of food to eat. A whole bunch of Twitch Primes, sweet and probably over a dozen Tumbermobiles.
I have no idea. Tobermobiles? I don't know if that's like a candy or if it just kind of made it up.
They tried to say Toblerone.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot to change the music. Sorry, we are no longer in Las Nevadas. We are on the Great Caesar Highway. Of course, the best part.
British.
The best part
British Caesar
of the
Highway.
Dream SMP.
Tommy, this is an insane honor to be invited to the desert to meet Dream. What could possibly go wrong? Dream is our good friend, my eating companion, and our drinking companion. In the meantime, let's enjoy the Caesar Great British High Road.
George is not found. In the distance, 2 figures on horses are headed towards our group of ragtag British cowboys. We dolly into a shot of the 2 riders. The camera zooms in on these riders and zooms extra on the more handsome one, which I'm assuming is probably Philza.
Is that coming from the distance? Is that the Queen of England, who is very attractive? I'm going to start wondering about my future wife.
The 2 figures on horses get close enough to reveal that it is none other than Technoblade and Filza. Filza does a backflip on his horse. Of course, as you do. We go from one...
He's so
I don't know why it does this! We go from one shot to the next of Filza doing various backflips on his horse, over and over and over and over. The voices get closer and closer, until TommyInnit and Philanza are only 10 feet away from each other.
Is there a teddy bear? A bloke with a face? You forget in a minute, and a missing guy?
George was found.
Nice one, Filza.
Technoblade and Filza do a ceremonial handshake. George comes into the shot.
You found me. I'm free.
George transforms.
Talk about the name.
I know!
What's found?
He was lost, but luckily Filza has found him. George found. George transforms into a much more beautiful rendition of himself. Of course. Thank you, Filza. He goes to one side to hide a disappointed look from TommyInnit and Filza. Back to TommyInnit.
I know you've had it rough for a while. I'm much more adorable than you, and I am a great threat to relationship with the Queen of England. I can promise you that the future is going to be the best ever.
So in this fanfiction, I guess Tommy and George are fighting over the Queen of England? Her love.
No, the Queen of England is
over
mine.
Lizzie. Lizzie, their love.
Lizzie is mine.
Oh my god.
Technoblade steps into the view of the camera with a worried expression on his face.
Did you guys see that bright light earlier today? It was coming from the desert.
Oh, the desert. That's where we're going to meet Dream for some tea. We're going to help him find the golden bitch.
Golden bitch, what is that?
I'm assuming a totem.
You know, sometimes we mention the golden bitch, and sometimes the golden bitch disappears. It's a...
Wait, what makes sense that it's a totem?
Yeah.
My
I thought I was
bet's
gonna
on
say the
foolish.
Golden Girls when I read it.
My bet's on foolish. I'm not sure. what the
Oh,
golden
that's
bitch is.
actually genius.
Sure what the golden bitch is, but Dream told us that she was something very powerful, quite dangerous. Whatever it was, she had a lot of power, and we needed to help him stop it.
Technoblade turns to Filza, who is filling his backpack with tea and an armful of jumbo cookies. Filza smiles and sets his bag down.
He specifically asked for me. Tommy and Wilbur to come help him and to keep it a secret, but I guess Wilbur forgot that part. I'm going to stay for a while in the Great Desert for a variety of different reasons.
Sure, we know the reason.
Dream told me that Technoblade wanted to help us because of the flaws in our relationship. The level of love we had, and who could beat you one-on-one? I can assure you, George, you would have failed in that role. You could never match with Dream on Tinder, and of course, you would have been awful.
You have failed as a person, George. You'll never match with Dream on Tinder, and your tea is awful.
So fucking
The biggest insult known to man.
You just got flaming out in British.
God damn. She whack. Tinder game whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck.
I'm going to try to get back though. I'm going to win you back, and I'll force Dream to help us. And if that fails, it won't be my fault.
George and Wilbur continue their heated lovers' quarrel while Technoblade.
Ayo.
I forgot about that part. While Technoblade, Filza, and Tommy discuss the wonders of the great British Caesar and their friendship. Tommy and the Queen Body Pillow.
Nice.
Body pillow.
You say Tommy.
You know he would. You know he would.
So that is a new low for you.
I did not know I had a body pillow of the queen.
We all need our Queen Body Pillows. It's okay. I understand.
Do we?
I have mine.
You have Lizzie, I
Okay.
have Freddie Mercury.
Oh, heck yeah.
I unfortunately I lost my Lizzie body pillow.
Damn,
Damn.
that's a shame.
Tommy and the Queen Body Pillow turn and look towards the horizon.
Me and Philza will follow you on your way to Dream. You'll realize that the Golden Bitch is no fucking joke. She is the king of the underworld. I mean, she has the power to bring justice and to bring chaos. We don't know what Dream wants with that.
Where did you learn that from, Techno?
I read it on one of the books we found inside the Queen.
Hey,
What?
Inside the queen.
Yo!
Tommy cries.
Are they fighting over her remains?
Tommy cries as he notices that his body pillow of the queen has been shredded apart into nothing but a pile of fluff.
No.
Their love was short-lived.
You should never have killed her. You were such a good boy. You were so right. You were just such a great father. Do you hear me, Philza?
Tommy having a body pillow of the Queen of England is pretty weird, bro.
Yo, Philza speaks the truth.
At least it's self-aware.
I know, yeah.
Let's start heading towards the desert. Philza and I will stay hidden, and Dream cannot know we are with you.
Technoblade trots ahead on his horse and turns back to Philza, Tommy, George, and Wilbur. He turns to keep himself hidden as they press forward on. The rain starts falling ever so gently down as our heroes press forward on the highway. Philza is drenched, his white t-shirt sticking to his body, highlighting his abdominal muscles that he has been training in the gym, lifting 1,000 pounds a day to maintain. You go, Philza,
Oh my
you
God.
go.
Damn.
I need some water after this. Hoo-wee! Philza thirst trap.
Hey, I feels it's just too hot.
Oh my god.
Just say I have the
What can I
hots
say?
for Philza Minecraft.
You've been lifting 1,000 pounds a day, Philza. Hey, yo.
Did Mumsa get her hands on this? I need to know.
For real.
Yeah,
Where'd she
I-
find this
the AI who
man?
wrote the fanfic.
He was just sick of holding up the Minecraft community on his back, so he had to start doing it with his arms. That's fine.
Yeah.
George is also in better shape than usual and is carrying everything for the team like a donkey. Various action shots of Philza.
Yo,
Why is it so hard on fucking George?
you fucking yo.
It's so brutal.
Personally, we can do this whole thing.
I signed up to get.
I know. Cut 2, exterior. The whole.
George is getting roasted.
I know.
Feels as being up.
We have like it clearly has chosen favorites, and its favorite is Philza, and it's one that it's shitting
Yeah.
on is
Least
George.
favorite is George.
So that's episode 1 of our AI-generated Dream SMP fanfic. Please stick around for next week, because you do not want to miss the ending to this.